If you like this video, why not subscribe?
Hey everyone, welcome back to the weekly recap Q&A. That's the show where I sit in my acoustically nice car here and recap some of the questions from last week, as well as share all the links that accumulated on Facebook and Twitter down below in the description. Not that many this week, but some good ones. And in case you're wondering why I'm doing this from my car, it's just because it's a good acoustic environment and I can take my portable studio here anywhere and do the show, because I usually don't have a lot of time for it. But the show even happens even on a holiday. Happy Memorial Day. Today I'd like to salute all the veterans out there who have served or are serving. Just tell you that I appreciate you personally, and so does the rest of the country on this special holiday. So good job. Last week we talked about, in the question for the Q&A question, it was, what is your favorite movie? And I really appreciate all the responses. I was just more curious about what everyone's influences were, and we got a lot of good responses. So if you didn't see all the comments last week, take a look at the comment section below the video last week and check it out. All sorts of various responses, lots of diversity, really interesting. So thank you for that. Last week we also had the quick release Showdown episode, the Frugal Filmmaker episode, the full episode. We had a comparison of the SEMA Quick Connect and this Manfrotto clone. So check out that video if you missed it. Also, an update on the t-shirts. Nothing really happened last week. I'm waiting to hear back from the manufacturer about the first potential t-shirt design. But I'm excited about that, and those should be coming out relatively soon, I'm hoping. So keep your fingers crossed. And this week, my question for everyone is going to be, where do you get your story ideas from? I'm not asking for story ideas because I have too many to catalog at this current time. But I'm curious what influences or resources you go to get your story ideas. So maybe people out there, including me, I guess, also, because I don't always have the greatest of ideas. Where else can we go to look for good story ideas that will help our short films or full-length or long-form films? So if you wouldn't mind sharing that, that would be great. Share that below in the comment section. This week also, we've got the $1 budget episode. It's the fifth Wednesday or Thursday of this month, and so I'm going to do another $1 budget episode because I don't have a short film ready. I'm sorry. So I'm going to do a $1 budget episode, which everyone seems to like anyway. And also, I would like to plug an upcoming for the next Frugal Filmmaker episode in the month of June. I think it's going to be a really good one. So that'll be in about a month from now. So just keep your eye out for that. I'm going to start hyping it now. I'm not even going to tell anybody what it's about to keep it under wraps, but I think it's going to be really, really good. So look for it in about a month. It's the third Wednesday or Thursday of the month, and also tell everybody to maybe look for that episode because I think it's going to be great. A lot of people are going to really like it. Very, very useful something or other coming out. All right, so let's talk about some of the comments we got. Actually, a comment was on the recap Q&A video called What Techniques, when I asked everybody what techniques they'd like to see on the show, The Frugal Filmmaker. And we got a response from Andrizig33, made a comment on that video saying, you mentioned Sony Vegas Pro a lot. Do you know a good book to buy to get me started? I never really thought about this as far as a good book, and I haven't read this book, but I know that there's a guy, his name is Douglas Spotted Eagle, and I've actually followed him for a number of years, and he knows Sony Vegas just about as well as anyone else, if not better than anyone else. He's just got a lot of experience, and he wrote a book that's on Amazon called, I think it's Sony Vegas Pro 11 Editing Workshop, and I'll put the comment or the link below to that book if you're interested. The price is even pretty good. It's about $30, and comes with a DVD. And it's the book that I would buy if I was going to buy a book right now. In fact, I would like to buy this book. Seems to be well reviewed, and it's current. It's on the version 11 of Sony Vegas. So if you like a book about Sony Vegas to catch up to speed, you don't want to scrape the internet to find the information, I would recommend that book. It's Sony Vegas Editing Workshop for version 11. Again, I'll put a link below in the description to it. Okay, next we have a question. Corey Kleber sent me a message through YouTube, and he says, do you think you can possibly make some sort of PVC cover for a flip cam so I can safely shoot in the rain? It also must fit on a tripod. This isn't even, I don't even need to make an episode about this because rain covers are pretty simple, especially for a flip camera, which is pretty small. I would just recommend that you get a clear Ziploc bag, not the kind that's kind of foggy, but the actual clear kind. Put a little putty around the lens of the flip cam because those are flat up against the body. And then as you put the bag over it and zip it at the bottom, You can then kind of tighten the clear plastic over the putty so that it's a nice tight window and you can shoot right through it and you won't even notice it. That should protect your camera from the rain. If you need to attach it to a tripod, I would just say screw the tripod mount through the into the 1/4 inch mount threading holes right through the bag so that it's kind of sealed. And you might poke a hole in a little bit at the bottom, but even if the rain does get in, which it shouldn't, it would be at the bottom of the camera anyway, so it shouldn't affect anything. But that's my suggestion. I've made rain covers before out of bags like that. And even if the camera wasn't flat like a flip cam, all I would do is add like a plastic cup to the front as a kind of a shield or a lens cover, basically, lens hood. And then rubber band the front of the bag to that. Just cut a hole in the corner of the bag and then rubber band it to that cup. And it would work on a regular camera. And I've used that several times and it works great. Costs almost nothing. Then finally, we have Texas Mom 17 posted a comment on the channel saying, what can I use to minimize the wind noise near the ocean? You know, this is always a really interesting topic because even if you see shows on TV and they're shooting near the ocean, 99% of the time they're ADR'd. If you see the ocean and the waves crashing in the background, that noise is so loud. Plus, as she points out, the wind noise, from the ocean is going to be blowing on your microphone, and it's really noisy. So it's usually ADR, or automatic dialogue replacement, meaning they go into the studio and they redo all the dialogue in a booth. But it always looks fake. I hate ADR. And I realize it's necessary sometimes, but I always hate the way it looks. So, and other times you'll see the characters walking on the beach, and then when they cut to the close-up for their dialogue, you'll only see blue sky behind them. So you know they're probably not at the same location, even though the effect can be seamless. So you can do that. You can shoot your close-ups and your dialogue somewhere else so that you can actually hear the person and just show blue sky in the background or clouds. But if you have to shoot on the beach, obviously you're going to need some kind of wind protection on your microphone. Get the best thing you can. Get a dead cat, which is one of those fuzzy wind screens on top of your foam windscreen. But it might even penetrate that, so you might need a combination of all the above. Shoot something, maybe get as far away from the actual waves as you can, or the beach as you can. Show it in the background. That's another thing you can do, because sometimes you can't really tell if you shoot like with a long lens from a distance. You won't be able to tell how far away the beach is. So those are all my suggestions. If you have to, of course, you'll have to ADR it. If you can't, if you shoot it and it just sounds awful, you're gonna have to ADR it, which I would say just avoid at all costs because it always looks bad. Even when Hollywood does it, you can tell. Your brain detects the fact that those characters aren't speaking that dialogue in that place because it just doesn't look right. And those are the questions this week. Some pretty good questions. Again, in the past, I've had a lot more questions, but I'm answering them more online now. The ones that are kind of redundant over and over. What camera do you use? How much weight does the crane hold, etc. So those answers will stay online, but the more interesting or unique questions I'll bring here into this show. So again, this week we have the $1 budget coming up. Also, in about a month, a really good Frugal Filmmaker episode. Keep an eye out for that. Of course, thefrugalfilmmaker.com is where the blog resides, as well as a hub to everything else. Twitter, which is @FrugalFilmmaker. The Frugal Filmmaker Facebook group is also really good. Everyone should be a member of that because there's so much activity. Ask any question, you'll get 25, 50 responses. It's just really, really active. I really highly recommend that group. And then finally, this channel, of course, is youtube.com/thefrugalfilmmaker. So thanks for watching. Appreciate everyone's patronage and everyone's views and everyone's support. As usual, please keep watching. Lots of good things coming up. Have a great week. Good luck if you're shooting any movies. It's a hard job, but keep it up. The more practice you get, the better you'll become. So we'll see you in a week. Thanks for watching. Take care. Happy Memorial Day.